Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you're all good and safe. Let's have a look. Today is Friday. Let's have a look today. What's going to happen to the markets? Let's see. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to give a few minutes for the stream to kick in. Notifications to go out. Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is okay. And let's see if we can find any nice charts today to talk about. Good morning, good morning. Right, okay. Are we ready? I think we are just about to start. All right, cool. Welcome, everyone. Right. Bitcoin. He dropped a little bit below the 50% of the range. Okay. We're kind of expecting to do so. And this is what, this is where we are right now. So we're going to see what Bitcoin's going to do today. Also, we have economic calendars to see and watch. And we're going to go all through these in just about in a minute. Right, okay, cool. I see the messages. Good morning, everyone. Kalimera. Good morning, welcome. Right. Let's have a look. Right, let's go have a smaller, zoom in a bit into the price section. It is kind of squeezing in. Okay, so this is what we get now with the latest trends. But if you want to take this one, it's only 2 points. But again, we're kind of squeezing. We're just sitting on the 50% of the range. So today, what we need to see a clear direction. Okay, so either we would like to see Bitcoin to stay above and trying to go higher. Okay, that's what we want to see, or at least give us a direction and tell us that maybe that doesn't want to go higher, hasn't got the strength to go higher, so it's going to stay below and start losing levels. Okay, so let me clear a little bit the chart here with the lines. So I will explain myself what are we looking at. So this is where we are right now. Okay, it went all the way down to the bottom of the range. It went again and visited the very top, and now we are kind of cruising, like bouncing around on the 50% of the range. And also we have 50% of the gangster fib zone. And for those people that they don't know where we took that from the previous bear market. At the very top to the very bottom, we broke these zones into levels, and we are on the extension. So our consolidation technically is sitting on the 50% zone, on the second zone. So this is 150%. Okay, so red zone. So we're just sitting above that, and that happens to be also, the 50% of the range. So green, 50% of the range, red is 50% of the gangster fib. Okay, so there's no a lot of movement in the price action as we speak for Bitcoin. So it's a slowdown. and we just need to see what the weekend's going to do. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Kalimera, welcome. I love the messages. Yesterday we had a live trading, and we were trying to find a token, to move. We were looking at the SPX, but it was looking strong as for the rest of the day. But at the time that we wanted to focus and trade, it wasn't doing much. So that trade is closed. Just to let everyone know, it just closed because it wasn't really moving into a direction. It wasn't giving us straight lines. We had other tokens doing better. Right, okay, let's have a look on Ethereum, what Ethereum is doing. Okay, so let's go to Ethereum, 90-minute time frame, and it's the same thing. We have a slowdown. Okay, so it was all the way up, it came back to the top of our zone here. It did not claim 2,874. Okay, it fell, it came back, and technically we are sitting like a support between 2,687, and we're trying to see what are we going to do with 2,749. So technically we are consolidating within a range. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see that this is what we do. Right, this is what we do. We go down like this. We don't do much. So either for Ethereum we need to break the range. So either we're going to break above or we're going to break from below. Okay, so the levels that we need to watch out is 2,749 and 2,687. Okay, this is about Ethereum. This is like kind of the dead zone. You're waiting to see what's going to happen. It's not moving. It's going sideways, yes, but it's not really moving. I mean, look at the size of the candles, and we are on the 45-minute, right? It doesn't really move. So let's have a look. Let's bring up the ETH Bitcoin chart. Let's have a look what that one is doing, and then I'm going to bring the cash flow and have a look what's going on with cash flow. Right, okay, so again, zoom out a little bit. This is at 12 hours. Still, that chart is printing a downtrend. Okay, so it's telling us, it tells us that the Ethereum, it does not overperform Bitcoin. Obviously, a couple of days ago, last weekend, this is the dive that we have, and now it's trying to come back and find a support. So I assume if I break this down to another level, I assume that it's going to be sitting somewhere. It's going to be sitting in a zone. So let me go down to 90 minutes, and technically we are ranging. Okay, so it hit that level 0.02 and it comes down to 0.027. So it's like 0.027 to 0.028. It just goes up and down in this area. So technically we are ranging, right? So this is your range. So it means that none of the pair move. Okay, they don't do much. So they're kind of equal. Okay, no one overperforms no one. So it's not Bitcoin that performs, neither Ethereum. So it's kind of a pause. And let's have a look now that we spoke about the majors, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's have a look and see the cash flow. But before I go to the cash flow, let's bring this interesting index. Okay, this is the fear and greed index. Okay, yesterday was 49, today is 44. So it's getting worse. People are getting, they're feeling the fear into the market. They're not certain what to do. Okay, so we got fear. And also let's bring my economic calendar. Today is Friday the 7th. So my local time, because this website aligns with your local time. So my local time, 3:30 in the afternoon, which is the opening of the US session. We have reports. Okay, we have the hourly earning report. we have the non-farm employment change, and plus we have the US unemployment rate. Okay, now previous and forecast, they don't really have big differences on the unemployment rate, so maybe maybe we'll not see big changes. However, be prepared for the next week, because next week we're gonna have again reports. They're gonna come out. It's gonna bring volatility. Even on Tuesday, February the that's true. Next Tuesday, February the 11th, we got Mr. Powell testifies. So yeah, I don't know what it's gonna testify for. We can open up the little folder. Okay, semi-annual monetary policy report before the Senate Banking Committee. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at that later and see, if we can gather any more information about this. So anyway, yeah, next week again, it's gonna be a red day, a red week, so to say. Tuesday, Wednesday, there's gonna be volatility. We've got CPIs, so we need to be careful. Okay, just to keep that in our mind. So that is about the economic calendar. Let's have a look on the alt season. Alt season is 41, so it's dropping. So if I zoom in, you can see that there's no way we're moving towards the alt season. We're going back under the average, which is the average is 50. So we're under the 50 and moving towards the Bitcoin season, right? So that is because Bitcoin right now is so kind of unstable. It's going like in the sideways direction. It's unstable towards the direction. It doesn't have a clear direction. And last week, everything bleeded. So the market is scared. The market is scared. Time-wise, the clock says that we are away from the Asia for good. Asia session is closed. So we are only within the European session. We've got London, Zurich, Frankfurt open and operating. Okay, so now we've seen the time as well. We don't really expect big things to happen within EU, don't we? Very slightly movements, very small movements. Even if I go down to a smaller time frame, I get tiny moves. Okay, nothing much. So while Bitcoin is consolidating, then maybe we should, spend a little bit of time and see if any of the alts they're gonna move. Okay. Another website that we can have a look is gathering all the trading tokens that's been going on into the space, right? So they're talking about AI 16 and they're talking about Bira. Okay, Bira, Filecoin, Hub, Cash, Not, Ondo, Solana, Sui, Tau, Trump, Virtual. Okay, this is about the data that came from CoinGecko. The data that we have from the CoinMarketCap again is Bira, BNB, Doge a little bit, Solana, TRX, Tron, and high trading volume. That's a good one. You got bread, GMT, okay, movement, usual. So Onyx with XCN. So we may want to have a look to the high trading volume, because if you see big volume in some tokens, that means they may have a good chance to give you a decent move, right? So why not? Let's have a look on bread and GMT. So before I go to open altcoins, let's have a look a little bit with a cash flow. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Let's go back to 90 minutes. Zoom out a little bit, and you can see that Bitcoin is under compression. Okay, so this is a value of Bitcoin, and we can see that we have a triangle and it's compression. And the same thing happens with T1. Okay, the same exact thing. You see no movement, no decent movement or inflow cash on T1, neither on T3. Okay, Bitcoin dominance is kind of going sideways and dropping below. So I can even draw a little rectangle there. So let me do this. So you have a kind of range here forming, so we have a range, right? And there it is. We're ranging on the dominant. Let's see if it's going to break and come below. We'll see, right? It's accumulating right now, and let's see which way it's going to go. Tether, it's not doing much. You know, slowly it's picking up. Like it's not picking up volatility, but it's going a little bit grinding all the way up. So people, you see that, you know, after what happened with last weekend, Tether is just increasing slowly, grinding up. Dixie. There was a gap in Dixie. We spoke about this, that when we get gaps, they usually come back, they clear the gaps. So Dixie clear the gap. There's no CME gap anymore over there. Maybe a little bit below. I don't see anything below. Further down, I don't see something now. So the recent gap that we have is closed. So now we're sitting on the top of that range, and we need to see which way it's going to go. Remember, if Dixie is pushing to the upside, that influence Bitcoin to go opposite sides. Lately, yesterday, the last 2 days, 48 hours, we've seen them going both on the same direction, kind of. So Dixie's pushing down, Bitcoin was pushing down. So we know that we have manipulation going on there, right? So yeah, the market is not really giving us a clean direction, right? You can see why the index of fear is going on the side of the of fear, right? It's below 50, so it's spreading fear. So let me see your messages. Let me have a look on your messages. Let's see what's going on. How's everyone doing? Let me see this chat. Want to follow you. Nice. Okay, good. We're always feeling good. Every day we're feeling good. No matter what, we feeling good. We are alive. We're awake, and here I am with you. So of course I'm good. We're good every day. Right. Good morning. Okay, all the messages are about good mornings. Right. Okay. If you want to have a look on the token, now is the time for you to throw all the tokens, and I'm gonna have a look on GMT and bread. Let's bring bread up. Why not? Let me see if I got bread. No, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I had bread. So let's see what's going on. So still in the downtrend on bread. Okay, this is the 12 hours now. So it just found maybe a support. It's trying to clear this gap here. Is it trying to take out all these imbalance? So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Let's go down to 90 minutes. We're still in a big downtrend, and let's see what the token here about the trading volume. Let's have a look. So yeah, I mean Thursday, Friday is pushing to the upside. Okay, so if this zone is too wide, let me make these lines a bit stronger. So if these zones are too wide, then let's break them down and have a look. And let's use the a smaller template, and let me fix the numbers to make sure that they're looking good. So let's take that back to 34. You need to go into 20, and we're good to go. So make sure these are logged and they don't drift. Here we are. So okay, so bread on a smaller time frame. They say there's volume there, so let me bring the indicators and see the delta. Do we have a delta going on there? Okay, so on the 45 minute, okay, we've seen stochastic RSI on the it's been exposed to the overbought. Okay, RSI just past 50, and ASO is just about to turn around to tell me that maybe the up momentum is running out of space here. It's running out of steam. Okay, so let me go to the 90 minutes, which is more solid for me. Kind of telling me that, you know, the stochastic RSI is over the extremes. We have a cross down, and then after that immediately we had a cross up. So it's trying to push. There is some momentum there, but it's not the best entry according to the indicators, right? The best entry for, you know, to grab a direction is, you know, especially to the upside, you need to be as low as possible on both indicators. Okay, in general, you know, it's not looking bad, but it's not the best time to get in. Okay, as a on the larger time frame. So we're gonna have a look at Solana. I hear you. We're gonna have a look at Solana. Why not? So if I want to find, let's say, what I can do today with bread, okay, and if there is a talk about it, I mean, you can see why, you know, it's moving up. That's why they're talking about there is volume there. So technically, you are in a smaller time frame. You are in an uptrend, right? So here's your uptrend. Okay, it's pushing up now. It's a matter of, you know, to identify the areas. So we have liquidity sitting up here. Okay, so above these zones you have liquidity. So let me mark these as a liquidity pool. Okay, and this is a very sudden move to the downside, and you have a big influence to the downside. So that's why it's struggling to go very fast up. It comes into these zones, right, which is like imbalance to the left. Okay, so that is because of these big candles there. So if I go back to a higher time frame, you see that we have, even on the 19-minute, we have imbalances, right? The first imbalance that you have is here between these two guys here. So that's an imbalance, and you see every time it's tapping inside an imbalance, it gets, you know, influenced and pushed down. So we need to see how strong bread is, you know, how much volume does it have, trying to take out this imbalance. Okay, so yes, on a micro level, you are in an uptrend. You are approaching the 50%. You know that you are inside the imbalance, so you need to be careful. Okay, with this one, looking good for the smaller time frame, trying to push. Look at how small the candles were on its way down. Then it created, you know, it found some volatility. It will push all the way down, and now it's strongly trying to come up. But remember, 50% is going to be a difficult zone, and before you're going to jump into your guns, you need to make sure that this price action, this chart, is giving you the confidence and the evidence that it wants to claim and stay above this line and trying to go up to the red one. Okay, remember, this is resistance, that was resistance. Now the question is, are you going to turn this into a support? Okay, so be careful. Have a look at this one. It's not too bad. Okay, so that is bread. Let me open up Solana and have a look what's going on with Solana. Solana has taken a beating for some serious time. You know what's going on. It's not broken. Solana is not broken, but what happened is a lot of people pay attention to the meme coins, so they move away from the layer ones and they go to meme coins because meme coins offer opportunities, but you have to be very, very careful because yes, meme coins do offer opportunities, but they don't have a purpose, so to say. They don't serve any purpose, so they don't last. Okay, so that's why you see tokens doing very well and then they dump, because the masses of people are moving the cash around, right? So they see that it's pumping, they go in, and once they're satisfied, they got what they want in percentage wise, they get out, they close it, and then they move to another meme coin. And that's why, people think, they believe this is a good opportunity, but you need to be very, very extra careful. Okay, even layer ones having a hard time. Imagine with the meme coins. Be careful with that. Okay, Solana, we're gonna do turn. That's good. Right, okay, cool. Solana still dropping. We had this imbalance going on. We lost a level 197. Okay, and it's trying to turn around now. Okay, so we had this imbalance, we have this liquidity sitting down here. So is it going to strong enough? It's going to be strong enough to try and claim and resist, so to say, going even lower. Okay, so far we lost that support. Okay, it's coming down, and now the question is, are we going to test this as a resistance, or will it find the strength? Will it push it? Is Bitcoin's going to go above the 50% of this range? Will it help the rest of the tokens to move higher? Still in a downtrend. Okay, and this is the question now: are we going to see the beginning, the early signs of reversal? Not so far. Okay, for you to get a reversal, you need to follow the path. Okay, this is the path coming down. For you to get a reversal, you need to come up, break the previous highs, come down, turn this as support. Okay, consolidate a little bit, and then keep going upwards and breaking the previous highs. And give the people that they're charting Solana, give them that this is a low, this is a higher low, and possibly this is going to be your second higher low, which is like a kind of a cheeky entry. Okay, you need to enter around that time when you get continuation of the breaking of the structure, right? The boss, to speaking the smart money concept. So this is a little cheeky entry. That is a little bit more solid confirmed entry. Okay, I'm not saying about the price, I'm talking about the potency. This is what we like to see on the chart, and then you can talk about reversals. Now we cannot talk about reversals. It's in a downtrend. Okay, so first thing, we have to deal with 197 before we're going to speak and think about reversals. Okay, this is 19 minutes. It's not a really big time frame. Okay, here's your, would you like to break these two levels? We can do it. Okay, bring the gangster fib, and instead of using one level, okay, use two. You can do this. Okay, so instead of breaking 8 levels on each zone, you do with 4. Okay, less noise. You can do it. It's fine. Okay, why is that? Because they're equidistant. It's going to be just absolutely fine. Let me fix the my OCD issues here. Right, it's not OCD, it's just I want to make sure that they are aligned and I see the same numbers. Okay, I don't want to have an offset. I prefer to be nice and clean, not too many numbers to create doubt. So 53, here we are. It's nice, locked, good. So you see, we found and bounced on 189. Here it is, it's sitting here. Okay, it's 1 2 3. Is that triple bottom for the 22-minute time frame? It looks like it. Okay, cool. What do we need to deal with that red zone, right? This is a 50% between two zones, not a problem. 197. What do we need to do now? Is anyone in trade? If you are, watch out. Okay, if you're not and you're looking to enter, don't jump in right now. Okay, why? Because you are on a zone, so either it's going to act as resistance. Okay, so if you go long now and that turns around, you're going to be in the red. So be careful. If you want to enter, make sure that it's flipping these to support, and then it's going to go after the previous highs on the above zone 204. Okay, if it's going to be weak again, you can see that it came like 3/4, it came down. It came even closer, it came down. It's insisting. That is good, but this is not the right time for you to go long. Okay, so see what's going to happen on that 197. Okay, if you get an opportunity, scalping wise, if someone is comfortable with scalping, if you see that it cannot go any higher, then maybe you're going to come down to the 50% of that range and then come back to the 0% of this range. Okay, so multiple time frames, it will give you multiple opportunities for trade. Okay, on the bigger scale though, like on the 90-minute, we're still in a downtrend. Okay, and you just need to see what are you going to do with 197. Okay, if you are like swing trading or day trading, so to say, 19 minutes a good time frame. You can continue going downwards. Why? Because it never broke the previous highs. Okay, that was the only moment that it gave you like a little bit a heads up, hey, what's going on here, but you got like double top and said, oh, all right, okay, that was it, you can't go any further, and then you start losing it, right? But still, you are in a downtrend. Okay, don't ignore that. Smaller time frame, yes, you're trying to push. Bigger time frame, we're going downwards. We will get all these all these highs are getting lower and lower, and so does the lows, right? We broke structure here, we're getting low. We broke structure here, we're getting lower. Okay, so 197 is going to be resistance or support. Watch out for that one. Okay, let me bring tone up. Long live SPX. Yeah, SPX wasn't performing yesterday. Now it moves. Right, it was afraid. It was afraid of me. It didn't want to move while I was around. That's all right. That's all right. It's going to be another day. Guys, this is like a humble warning, or not a warning, but reminder. Because you open the chart and you're trying to do a TI, it doesn't mean that the market was waiting until, oh, freedom is on the charts, let's move. No, they don't wait for me. Okay, I have to wait for them. So, you know, because you open a chart and you're trying to do a trade, it doesn't mean that you're going to find always the opportunity, right? We do these live trading together on Tuesdays and Thursdays, not to demonstrate that we can trade always. There are good chances, there are opportunities on, you know, smaller time frames, you know, to scalp allowed a little bit. And the reason we do scalping on our lives, that is because we don't have a lot of time for us to sit around, right? So we say, okay, we're going to sit here for 2 hours, maybe, so maybe more, but let's keep it civil. We, you know, stay here for a couple hours and see what you can do the best for the 2 hours and demonstrate, you know, the process of thought and get into things. And the best way to do it is a smaller time frame. You need the chart moving for people to see how you're reacting, because this is what is about the live sessions that we do inside the Discord. We need to train and get comfortable with decision making and, you know, executing the protocol of engagement. We need to engage with the trade, so we need to demonstrate that. This is the purpose of, you know, me doing the Zooms. If you see me how I do it, it doesn't matter if it's going to be a win or a loss. It's about you know, getting into the trade. And if the price goes into my invalidation, which it did yesterday twice, didn't it? Three times. I even closed the SPX. So 3 times it went in my validation point. That's it. You have to be very strict to, you know, protect your capital. It's simple. TON still in a downtrend, okay, and again is compressing. Okay, we have compression. So we're sitting here at $3.79, and we would like to see what it's going to do with this level, right? It's like flirting with this level for a very long time. Okay, same thing like SPX. It was going up and down on my entry and invalidation point. Okay, so that was my, you know, SPX trade. It was going up, going down, going up, going down, going up, going down. It wasn't going anywhere, right? It wasn't the time to move. It's fine. Same thing with TON, right? So even if I go to a smaller time frame, that's what you have. Okay, resistance, resistance, resistance. What's going to happen? Okay, be careful with that one. Wait. Okay, you know, get clean, you know, clean chart, clean movement. Okay, now you want to break this down? Be more than welcome. Okay, so let me fix these levels there. 87, what about 48? You need to go a little bit higher. 54, please. Here you are. 54. That's it. Okay. It's not even moving on any zones. I mean, look at that. Nowhere near to nearby zones. It just goes flat, dead, flat line, dead line. Doesn't move. Okay, be careful with this one. Okay, why? Because there is, you know, there's a lot of liquidity sitting up here. Okay, and there's a lot of liquidity sitting down here. So it has equal chances going both ways. Okay, so TON is waiting. Like, you know, the big boss is just waiting Bitcoin. Like, you know, TON is asking Bitcoin, what are you going to do? Show me. You need to move first. And then when you move, then I can move. If you don't move, I don't move. Please move. So this is like, you know, what TON is thinking. So, yeah. That's about TON. Someone said about Solana. Did we talk about Solana? We did talk about Solana. Tron. Okay, let's have a look on Tron. Why not? Let's bring Tron up. Where's my YouTube template. Let's bring up TRX. Gaining potential. Okay, let's have a look. Why not? We have a good team here, guys. We have a very good team in Discord. You know, everyone's looking on the charts and they give a heads up. Hey, I see these. This is the magic of team. You know, all the people having different charts open, they see different things. This is what we're here for. Okay, I see. On a smaller time frame, you have an uptrend. At least now you have a direction. It doesn't go sideways, right? It's pushing to the upside. Not bad. So let's break this down. Okay, so let's go back to 12 hours. Let's have a look what we got here. Okay, we have that huge impulse here on the 12 hour. Why not break this down? Okay, because you see that it came back into these areas. So let me break this big impulse as it is. Something happened here, something major. So let's break this level down. Let's go to 350, please. Okay, a bit less, maybe 300. Here we are, 300. That's a little bit higher. Give it a bit higher. That's it, over there. So let me lock this down. Go to 90 minutes and let's have a look. Nice. Okay. So if the because of that huge impulse, if the lines are too wide, you know what you can do? You're either going to break one level or you can break two levels together, right? So let's break two levels for us to be ready, okay? Not to have too much noise, to have 8 lines. I don't think it's necessary for us to have 8 lines within the zone, so 4 is going to be good. So let me fix the numbers here. So let's go down to 46 and you need to go down to 97, please. Here you are, done, lock. So yep, here it is. We know that it's finding a resistance on 0.23. It came all the way down close to 0.22. Okay, on a smaller time frame, just follow the trend. Follow the trend. The trend is your friend. Okay, don't be the salesman. This is what I usually say. Don't be the salesman. Don't try to go against the trend. Now you are in the bottom of this line. Okay, what you can do, you can come down to lower time frame. Don't be afraid to observe price action on a lower time frame. That's going to help you to see things. Okay, so you have these. Let me do this in the green and not red. So you have this support. This is like your support trend line. Okay, and now is the time that it's doing kind of consolidation, right? Here it is. Here's your range, right? And let me use the template as a range, and also I have a line. If you like green. If you like, you know, let me use the second template, number 2. It's got a red line and no writings, so no text in it. So here's your range. Okay, on the smaller time for like 5 minutes. It's looking good. If you are above, let me do this line a little bit thicker. Here we are. So if you are sitting above the 50% of the range, it's kind of a bullish thesis inside the range. As long as you stay above the 50, you have good chances to move out. Okay, if you lose this and you come down, then you know you're going to the bottom of the range, and the bottom of the range will be a good trigger for you to go as entry if you believe that, you know, TRX, because we are on an uptrend, this is support. You believe that it wants to go higher. If it's going to give you a chance, a better chance, like a better entry to come lower, you can have a nice entry here and have your validation point below the zone, because your range is very close to the zone. So if the price is going out of the range and let's say it doesn't deviate and it doesn't come back to reclaim inside the range and it's going after the lower range and lose it, then you can close it. It's invalid. Okay, usually I'm more strict with my entries and exits. I don't really go that wide as my stop loss, but you know, if TRX wants to move, you may want to come down a little bit, clear all this small liquidity that's been sitting here, because all this is a long build, right? This is a short build, so you have liquidity both sides. So in the range, you know that you have liquidity on both sides of the range, above and below. Okay, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. This is SL, right? This is BSL. So you have liquidity both sides. So you know that it makes sense. It makes sense why the price action goes up and down all the time in the zigzag, because it's just taking money, building up positions. So if it stays above the 50, right, it's quite bullish. If it's going to break out, make sure that you stay out and treat this as support, not as a resistance. That was resistance, that was a resistance. If you see a support, then it's a good time for you to have an entry, and maybe it's going to continue to the upside. Okay, but again, it needs a little bit help from Bitcoin. Okay, it needs a little bit push. That is about TRX, and let me put the labels up so you can see. Okay, so on the 19-minute you are in an uptrend. Okay, it's trying to push up, you are in the zone, you probably have a good entry until again attacking the 50%, which is the 0.23. Okay, and we just saw on the micro level as well, maybe you can have a nice entry, maybe you're going to respect this trend line as a support and push into the upside. Okay, the 50%, it's always, every zone is quite difficult for you to go through. It won't go in one go. Usually it's going to hit that level twice, 3 times. There are times that it goes down in one go, right? Like nothing happened, there's nothing there. It happens, but this is because of, this is like an exception, right? That was really, Bitcoin was going skydiving. Okay, it was going down like it was no tomorrow. So that is TRX. Let me put the levels up there so people can know what is this. This is a TRX. Okay, here it is. So that chart now has a name. Here we are. Okay, this is about TRX. Να σε καλά, καλημέρα. XRP, why not? Okay, XRP. Let's bring XRP. Do we have XRP? Sorry, I didn't mean to create a new layout. I was looking if I had XRP. No, I don't. Okay. Let me open the YouTube again. Let's create a new... let's bring XRP. Right, okay. Let's use XRP here and have a look. Right, okay, let's go to a bit higher time frame and see what XRP is doing. Okay, XRP had to follow the rest of the market. Everything dumped, so XRP dumped. It has a lot of imbalance below. So let me crack this code here. Let me crack this code. So I'm going to use the bottom of that impulse that has a nice correction, and then we're going to use the extensions to go a little bit higher. So this is the lowest part, this is the highest part. I'll always, I prefer to target swings. Okay, swing high, swing low, whatever the chart is giving you. Okay, nice impulse. Anyway, I don't need extensions. I may use the extensions just to see, these weeks which zones did they hit. So let me reverse that. Style, reverse. Let's do a bit thicker lines, please. And this is on the weekly. And I'm gonna lock this and come down to 12 hours and have a look. Okay, so yeah, it had a big struggle to stay above 25% above the green line. That's the 25% of, not even 12.5. So yeah, one zone above, it could not go to 25. So yeah, struggle here, lost it, came here, find resistance, and then came down. We lost this level 2.9, and after that is, well, now it's trying to give us a heads up. Maybe we found the support, maybe, but I see a lot of imbalances here, right? That dive here, it cleared all the liquidity that was sitting here. That liquidity is done and over. So there's no liquidity in this zone anymore. There's some liquidity sitting here at 169. So we have an imbalance. The question now is Bitcoin going to behave and give a better days, a better outcome, or is it, is it going to continue to the downside? If Bitcoin's going to go down, then we know that it's going to target imbalance. Okay, so watch out. 230. Now is the question: are we going to see these as a support? Okay, on a smaller time frame, you're on a downtrend. Okay, even if you want to talk about Tuesday or Monday, this is Monday over there. So Tuesday, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, and today Friday. Friday now is on the range. Okay, you're on ranging. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, ranges. I see ranges as a part of the trend. Okay, so I'm still in a downtrend. Okay, we paused a little bit, we found the support. That's good. Okay, good news, no problem. But are we going to continue on a downtrend, or either we're going to reverse? Two things can happen. So the range is like a pause. Nothing happens to the market, right? The price is flat. It moves between 230 and 235. Not a big deal. Just 5 cents. It goes up and down in 5 cents. It's not a big deal here with XRP, right? It's sitting right on support. You just need a clear confirmation that it's going to break out. It's going to go after the highs, right? And eventually it's going to break all the previous zones, right? That's why you got the zones. Depend, according to your time frame and trading style. If these zones are too wide, break them down one by one, or use 2 zones at the same time to break a level. Okay, everything is going to be cool. Right, this is about XRP. We're already 49 minutes inside in our Zoom. No, it's not Zoom, but it's a YouTube price action market update. Right, okay, so let's see. XRP had a good run. It had a good run. It came to an area that it was, let's say, kind of overexposed, and people taking profits. When you see this consolidation, right, some people taking profits, you have the retailers coming in, they see all these big nice impulse, they want to go in, and then the market decides to go the other way around, and you have plenty of newcomers, retailers that got trapped here now. But let's hope so that it's going to stay here. Okay, but overall you are in a downtrend. Okay, remember the trend. Always identify the trend. If you're in a downtrend, just be careful. Is this going to be a support? Maybe, but it has to prove. Okay, it has to prove. Otherwise, when you're going to lose this, then the next target. It has liquidity here, it has liquidity here, it has imbalance here. So $2 it is possible for XRP next. Okay, be careful with that one. Right, okay, then we go back to Discord and have a talk about other charts and tokens. Discord right now is only by invitation, so it's not open. We're doing a restructure of the community there. We're trying to build a strong community, and we're gonna let new people coming in only with invitation. It's gonna happen a bit later. Okay, so far Discord is closed. You can wait, be on the waiting list. Okay, so that's it for today, folks. Okay, I hope you had a very good time. I hope you've seen some nice things on the charts. Today's Friday. Just watch out what's going to happen in the US session with the reports, the unemployment, and see what that's going to bring into the market. If the speech is going to be a little bit uncertain, so to say, it's going to create volatility, and then the US market will react. Therefore, the crypto space will bounce as well with it. Okay. You're more than welcome. As I said, not a lot of movement. It's almost like a flat line. Okay, we're going on horizontal. We're here on the 50, and we just need to see a clean direction. So maybe the US later with a report we get some movement, right? It just that's why we got fear. You don't need to have fear. You don't need to have FOMO. You have your levels, and you have your 2 scenarios. If it's going to go that way, I'm going to do this. If it's going to go that way, I'm going to do this. So you're going to be ready to react. Okay, the zones, the liquidity pools, you're ready. You're ready. You have your starting point and you have your finishing point, which is very, very important. Not a lot of traders know where is the next end point, exit point. Okay. Right. Okay. That's it from me today. I want to leave a nice warm message to all of you. Have a fantastic weekend. Okay. If the market is not giving us anything, there's no reason for you to be glued on the screen. It's Friday, close it, come back on Monday. The market is always moving, especially in crypto space. It doesn't move. It moves on the weekend. So if you want to take a day off today and come back on Saturday or on Sunday, it's fine. You can do this. Okay. Have some time off. Enjoy your time with friends and family. You know, recharge your batteries, realign yourself with nature, and you know everything's gonna be just fine. It doesn't matter if the market doesn't move today. It's okay. It's gonna move another day, and all we need is just to be around. Okay. So have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely rest of the day, evening, whatever time frame you are, in time zone you are. And I'll speak to you back on Monday with new market updates. And obviously in Discord, for the people that are in Discord, we're going to speak in Discord, and maybe we're going to do something on Sunday night, maybe. Do a little bit like the Market Asia Open, maybe. If you're up to it, let's have a conversation inside Discord. Right, okay, that's it for me. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you soon.